Well, all right. Good morning, class. Today for our science lesson, we're going to start off by reading this book. It's called Pancakes for Breakfast, and it's by Tommy de Paola. But before we read this book, I want you guys to think for a second about what pancakes could possibly have to do with science. So you can just think about what happens with pancakes, how you make them, how you eat them, different things like that, and how that could relate to science. So think for just a second. Okay, now I don't want you to tell me that yet. When we're finished looking at the book, then I'll have you guys share what you think pancakes have to do with science. So this book is special. It doesn't have any words, so what we're going to do is we're going to tell the story, and we're going to do that through observations, which is looking at the pictures and describing what we see going on. We could describe objects that are in the pictures, emotions, colors. There's so much that you can observe just from seeing the pictures in the book. And then we're also going to predict what's going to happen on the next page. So for example, the book is called Pancakes for Breakfast, so my prediction is that the book will be about a lady, probably this lady, eating pancakes. So we'll see, and as we read, we're just going to go through. So we're going to make predictions, we're going to make observations, and then we're going to come back to the question that I asked you when we're finished. Okay. Pancakes for breakfast. Look at all those pancakes. Okay, so the first page. What do you observe on the first page? There's snow. So if there's snow, what else does that mean normally? That it's cold, or it can mean that it's also winter. Good. These are good observations. What else do you see? There's a house. What color is the house? Red? Good. So when you observe, be very specific about what you're seeing. Say it's a red house or white snow. Describe what it is. Okay, so what do we think could happen next? Does anyone have any guesses? No? Okay, we'll just go to the next page. As we look at the page, be thinking of what could happen next for your prediction. Okay, so on these two pages, what are we observing that's happening? Right, there's a lady that's in bed. It's her cat and her dog. Good. What's happening on the next page? This one. The cat and the dog are there again. And then what do you see here? There's pancakes. So look, she's thinking about the pancakes. So what do we think is going to happen if she just woke up and she's thinking about pancakes? Yeah? Yeah, maybe she's going to make some. It looks like she's in a kitchen too. So maybe that's what's going to happen. That's a good prediction. Okay, let's see what's happening. Oh. What do you see on these pages? She's still thinking about pancakes? That's right. What else? She's grabbing a book. Let's look at this page to see what the book is. What does it look like? What do you observe? Oh, it's a recipe. Good. So normally you follow recipes when you're going to make food. In this case, it's for pancakes. It's a recipe for pancakes. So what do we think is going to happen on the next page? She's probably going to make them. That's a good prediction. Seems like it could be true. Let's see. Oh, what do we observe? Right, she got out a bowl. What else did she get out? Flour. Yeah, okay, then let's go to the next page. Looks like she's putting the flour into the bowl. And then, do you see what she has here? She's an empty bowl, and it says eggs on it. So what do we think could happen next? She probably gets eggs. Where could she get eggs from? Let's go to the next page. It's always good to have predictions and then ask questions about your predictions to make sure things are specific and you're finding out everything that you need to know. Okay, so this next page, what's happening? What do you see? There's snow again, and what else? There's a chicken in the window, right? So I bet she is going there. Why would she be going to see the chicken? Oh, chickens have eggs. So that's probably why she has her egg basket, to go find the chickens and get some eggs for her pancakes. Look, it looks like we're right. She's collecting eggs and putting them in the basket. Okay, let's go to the next page. What does it look like? This one's a bit harder, yeah. You see a dog and a cat? Good. Okay, so I see something. Look, she doesn't look very happy, does she? No? She kind of looks sad. And I think it might be because her glass of milk, look, she's pouring milk into it, isn't full. Maybe. I don't know. That's just my prediction. That's what I think is going on. So let's look at the next page. What do you see is going on? Oh, it looks like she's going somewhere. Good. Okay, let's see what goes on the next page. Was our prediction right? Did she go somewhere? Yeah, where'd she go to? To milk the cow? Right, so she was out of milk. So your guys' hypothesis, your predictions were right about what was going to happen next. And then it looks like she goes and she puts the milk into its container. Okay, let's go on the next page. Oh, looks like she adds the milk in. Do you know what's happening on this page? Something a little different. Most of you probably haven't seen it happen. No. Okay, she's turning the milk into butter. So, but sometimes people don't buy butter from the store, but they can make it. They change the milk, they do something to it, they pound it, and they make it into something else. And they make butter. Okay. Let's look at the next page. Oh, so it looks like she gets the butter out. And then what does she look like she's doing? What's going on in this picture? Does she look happy? No, she looks sad again. Why do you think she's sad? She probably doesn't have another ingredient. I think that might be true because she has syrup in her hand. And she looks a little like, oh, man. Okay, let's see if our predictions are right. Oh, she's walking again. What is she doing? Right, she's thinking about making pancakes. She starts off, she puts the ingredients in, she mixes them, she cooks them. Look, she flips it in the pan, and then she's eating it. Okay, so it looks like she's going somewhere. Let's see where she's going. Oh, she must have gotten some syrup, because look, she has it. But what do we observe in this picture? It's kind of silly. That's right, the dog and the cat made a mess. It looks like they got into all of her pancake stuff. Oh no. Does she look very happy? No, she looks pretty upset. Like, you ruined my pancakes. Who's gonna eat them? What do we think's gonna happen next? She's not gonna eat pancakes, yeah. Sad because all her pancake stuff got ruined. Okay, let's see on the next page what happens. Okay, so look closely at this one. There's a few different things happening. She sees pancakes flying. Yeah, that's kind of silly. She's thinking, man, I can't have pancakes. But what do we see in this next picture? Alright, she's smelling something. I wonder what she's smelling. I wonder if it's could it be a good smell or a bad smell? Can we tell based on her face? No, it looks like she's just smelling something. Okay, what about this picture? What do we observe? She's walking somewhere? What do you notice about where she's walking? No one knows? Okay, let's look. It looks like that's where the smell's coming from. So maybe she's following the smell. So do you think the smell was a good smell or a bad smell if she's following it? Right, it's probably a good smell. Okay, so let's look at the next page. These are probably her neighbors. Look, there's still the smell. What else do you observe on this page? Pancakes! Right, there's pancakes. So that's probably what she smelt from her neighbors. And look, now she's all happy because she has her pancakes. Okay, so that's the end of our story. It's kind of fun. We get to make up what's going on because there's just pictures. So throughout the story, we were able to observe different things. And one thing that we observed was pancakes, how they're made. And then another thing, while we were seeing the pancakes being made, there was milk that was changed into butter. So that's another thing that was important that we observed. We observed her using her senses. She smelt the pancakes from the neighbors. So those are a few ways that pancakes or the story can relate to science. Does anyone else have any other ideas of how this book could relate to science or how pancakes can relate to science? We use our senses. That's right. She uses her senses in the book, and we use our senses when we eat pancakes. We taste them, we smell them, we see them, we touch them with our forks. So there's different things. What else? Nothing else? Okay, well today we're going to talk about some things that we observed in this book. And they're the things that were changing. So one thing is that pancakes changed from being eggs and milk and butter and flour, and they changed from those things and they became pancakes. And that's science. So we'll talk about that. And then the second type of change that we'll talk about we also saw in the book, and that was when she took the milk and she used that stick and she changed it into butter. So those are a couple changes that we saw in the book that are actually related to science, but we might not have noticed it before, but now we'll know it. So when we move on to the rest of the lesson, I want you to remember what we saw in this story, and throughout the lesson, keep making observations and predictions, just like we did throughout this book. Okay, let's get started.